Hi Southwest, this is Miss Schlenz. Today we're going to draw a pine cone. If you look at my picture here, the pine cone is pointing down. We're actually going to draw the pine cone upside down because it's easier to draw the hills of the pine cone upside down first. And I'm actually going to draw in Sharpie today, and I know you guys know my rule. I like you guys to draw in pencil first because if you make a mistake, you can fix it. I won't be able to make a mistake if I do this in Sharpie. And I'm going to tell you what, this is my second time making this video because I messed up and I had to restart all over again. So I also practiced it once before I did this. So I strongly suggest that you do this in pencil, then trace it in Sharpie if your teacher lets you, or you can trace it in marker or dark black crayon. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the base of my pine cone, and the base of my pine cone looks like a smile or a frown right now. Remember, we're drawing this upside down, so I'm going to draw my smile. It actually is to the side, so it kind of looks like a smirk instead of a smile. Once you have that done, we're going to start our pattern of pine cone sections. So I'm going to draw a big half circle right here. Kind of looks like the tongue of the smiley face. Once you get done doing that, we're going to make the side sections coming out. So you're just going to draw a line from that middle section out to the outside on both sides. We're doing a pattern, so you'll see these steps repeat in just a little bit. The next part of the pattern, though, is to make two hills going from the middle of that middle section to the middle of the outside section. So same thing here, I'm going to go from the middle to the middle. Now, we're going to start repeating that pattern. So we're going to start with the first layer again. We're going to take and make this same big pine cone section, but go from the middle of that section to the middle of that section. We're going to make these little outer parts here. So from the outside of this one, go out and down, out and down. Now remember, we're repeating this pattern again, so we already did this section. We need to do these two pieces again. So I'm going to draw from the middle to the middle, from the middle to the middle. Now can you start to guess what we're going to do next? You got to see the pattern. We did the two, now we got to do one in the middle. So one in the middle, and then the two sections on the outside. Then the double, and then the single. You'll notice as you get higher up, your shapes start to get smaller and smaller. I think I have room for maybe one more set of the pattern. So I've done that. I need to do the double one now. 1, 2. Everybody's is going to be different. Go as far as you think you can, and then when you get to a single one, you're going to make what looks like little crab pinchers at the top. You're going to draw these two sections kind of coming up. And you have your pine cone. But like I said, we drew it upside down, so I'm going to flip mine back over now so that I can draw the branch. The branch comes out and over. And it's got to be two parallel lines, so there's the rest of my branch, or the secondary branch that comes off the main branch. I'm going to draw some more little branches coming off and extending out. I'm going almost off the page on this one. And another one right here. Now the little pine needles on the pine tree start off small. They're just little ovals. And you draw them very close, and a lot of them on all of the branches, except for the one that the pine cone's on. Try and keep them skinny and pointy. Sometimes I go fast and I don't make them as skinny and as pointy as I should. There we go. Once you're finished, you can color, and there's a couple of different ways you can color. If you notice, when I did mine, I made it look like there were shadows inside my pine cone and on my branch. When I did that, I used a black crayon and a brown crayon. I went through first, and where the pine cone sections overlapped, I drew with the black. I did it very lightly though, so that it would mix well with my brown. Notice I'm just going where one pine cone is overlapping another. I'm not going super far, but I'm adding just a little shadow where the light can't hit. So the light's going to hit the tip of the pine cone sections, but it's not going to get in there. So there's a shadow that's created inside. Once you get done with all the shadows, you can go with a brown crayon next and kind of go over the whole thing. And those shadows just blend in. Same thing with the branch. Put the shadow on the bottom of the branch, because if you're outside, the light's going to hit the top of an object, not the bottom of the object. So we want to put the shadow on the bottom of the branch. So here's my black. I'm going to go right here on the bottom of every branch and put just a little bit of shade where the light can't get to it. Now I'm going to color that in. If you want to add a little bit more texture, for more bark texture, go back over it with some more brown. I'm sorry, more black. I added more texture to mine over here. You can see there's more black on top. Now you can take any color of green. Usually evergreens have dark leaves, and color in those evergreen needles. When you're all finished, don't forget to sign your work. Have fun.